Hello, everyone. This is Daisy, aka Professional High Priestess, okay? And today we have a special episode. So I know a lot of y'all be contacting me, asking me, can I do readings on uh let me see, celebrity karmics like the Kardashians or Lauren London or Kobe's wife, etc. And me personally, I just feel like there's no point because you guys already know that those are karmics, right? However, being on this journey and just dealing with the things I've been dealing with recently, I felt in my own personal life that I need to put this out here so y'all can see in real time just how sick it really gets with these karmics and just how do I really identify a succubus karmic from the birth chart, okay? And this karmic, I'm sure she's watching this with her demented ass. She's probably like, what? Oh, why are they doing this? Because she's a perpetual victim with that Jupiter in Cancer. We'll talk about that. But Juliana, okay, you're getting this video because you refused to stop. You refused to learn your lesson. You infiltrated and stalked me for a whole year, put spell work on me, lied on me, caused hella drama and conflict and chaos. So here you go. You played yourself. Now you get you get to be publicly disgraced, as you already have with that Pluto in the 11th house and 10th house, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But this is why you guys know I put out a channeling a couple weeks ago and I was like, y'all have to understand that these karmics, when you're dealing with your masculine or your feminine or whatever journey that you're on, and you're dealing with these karmics who basically are individuals who are put there to teach you who you are not and teach you who you are and to teach your masculine what's wrong with them so that they can stop that bullshit and move forward. You guys have to understand that these karmics are ran by entities and they pick up these entities. Remember, I talked about this, one, through the generational trauma they have in their bloodline. A lot of the times, these karmics, they come from lineages of whores, right? Women that trap people for babies, shatter families, etc. These karmics also, too, because of the way that they behave, and a lot of them are sex addicts, etc. They pick up all kinds of different entities from the different men's and women's and orgies and shit that they do. So it's easy for them to be hijacked and used by the nefarious forces that seek to take out giants, right? That seek to take out light workers and empaths and people who have missions and causes on this planet because it's easy to hijack them. And I'm going to show you through the chart how this karmic was hijacked, right? And this is also, there'll be a card reading too, because it's just so interesting, how powerful the tarot is. And I just think the Most High and my spirit guides and my ancestors for, giving me the ability to read, to be a really good reader, giving me the ability to really shut shit down with my intuition. I don't even need cards to read people. That's the funniest thing. A lot of the shit that gets revealed, even sometimes I don't even have to go to the dream state. I don't. I can tap into higher dimensions in the waking state. What a powerful gift to have, right? And those of you, with all the different transits, a lot of us have gotten new gifts. Thank God. It's so crazy. Like just looking at your new gifts and tapping into them and taking care of them. I'm going to make a video about that, how to take care of your new gifts, because it's a lot. You guys have to, it goes diet, all different types of things, even exercise, all of that goes into maintaining your gifts, right? So I'm going to talk about that. But y'all too have to see that these karmics, they got gifts as well. Oh, trust and believe. Trust and believe. They do. But they use it for nefarious purposes. A lot of the times for money, to trap people, to gain, for sexual prowess, all of that type of stuff, right? They misuse and abuse their gifts, but that's why they're going to be suffering, because you guys see the time that we're moving into. So I also wanted to add that this karmic reading is sponsored by my spirit guides, okay? Because I tapped in with them before I exposed this karmic, and they were like, oh, fuck yes. And the craziest thing is, all of my spirit guides are Leos. All of them. I love them to death. So Kobe is one of my new guides, and people are like, how's Kobe your guide? He hasn't even transitioned through the underworld yet. Kobe is one of my guides because I spoke for him in that Kobe channeling. And he gave me a star from the spiritual realm, and I just want to say, my heart is broken, yo. But again, Kobe, why he ordained this, because Kobe also got wrapped up with the karmic. That's why he ordained this. He's like, no, expose that bitch, expose those hoes, right? Because that's how I got taken down. So you need to expose how they operate. You need to expose their elements so that when other men and women watch this, they know exactly what not to do. They know exactly what to look for. Yes, Kobe, Ashe. My other spirit guide is Mary Ellen Pleasant. Look at her. Look at those eyes, yeah? She ain't here to play. She like, fuck with me if you want to. I love her. She is like held it down for me through this whole entire journey. I'm going to talk about, Don't try this at home, but I had to block the Karmic's womb because she was trying to fucking use it as a weapon to bring children into this reality, which she ended up getting pregnant, but that's neither here nor there. The ancestors are going to handle that. But Mary, she gave me the exact everything to do, everything. And I was like, oh my God, it's like ordering my steps. She was like, no, go here, do that, do this, do it on this time, do it on that day, do this, get that herb. I was like, oh my God, I love her. And you know, the funniest thing is, you want to know the craziest thing? I didn't even know that I live literally 1 block away from the plot of land she bought in Oakland. That's not a coincidence. Her energy is like right here. It's so crazy. And then Nipsey, or Myas, that's my fucking brother, yo. He's also a Leo. And people are like, okay, why are all your spirit guides Leos? Because I have a Leo stellium, my Jupiter being the gas giant. You know, gas is 1 step down from ether. So it's easy for Leos to tap in and out from the spiritual world through me. Ermias also was taken down by a Karmic. And that's another reason why he sponsored this message. And he is so tired of this Karmic that I'm dealing with. He's like, I just can't wait for her to be over with. But Ermias unfortunately passed by, you know, at the hands of a Karmic as well. But that story is definitely going to be coming out this year. Hell yeah. So Ermias is also one of my guides. And then Marielle Frankel, that's my ace. Like, I freaking love her. I love her. And I also want to say, if y'all watch Astro Queen, please go ahead and tap in with Astro Queen, because literally, like 2 days after she stepped into my energy field and became one of my guides, Astro Queen channeled that in one of the Leo readings. Yeah, she channeled it. She channeled her being Latin American, that she died within a year, everything. It was so crazy to me. And I love her to death. And she was assassinated in Brazil. She was a city council member for the Rio de Janeiro. 1 Black woman out of 51 council members, right? And you know, Brazil's 50% Black. She was a revolutionary. She was a warrior, and they killed her because of her voice. And why did she ordain this? Because I didn't tell y'all this, but the Karmic tried to assassinate me. She tried to execute me using spell work, knowing that I'm a fucking figure in the community, knowing that I'm writing hard for the community. And Marielle's like, we absolutely fucking not. You're not going to take out one of our warriors. Do you know what star system I come from? Bitch, are you crazy? But the funny thing is, the Karmic has a Saturn and Leo, and she's tampering in my energy field with all these guides. That's okay. So, just wanted to put that out there. Now let's get into the nitty gritty details with this Karmic. So let's get started here. And you know, people are like, why are you giving, oh shit, at 13 degrees? Hell nah. Yeah, that's why I knew that there was something. I said this Karmic had to be the perfect person to cause all this chaos. And looking in her chart with all this 13 in Pluto, my moon is in Libra, her Pluto being the planet of destruction at 13 degrees. Yeah, that's the death card, right? I knew I had to be something, because my ancestors were like, you know what, she has been doing too much. It's been many, many lifetimes of this. So she has to, in this lifetime, she's going to get the opportunity to get put in her place. Okay. So don't worry too much about all the chaos and the havoc that she's causing. We will restore everything. She needed to just work up enough karma so that when we put the hammer down in the spiritual world, it'll be permanent. Okay. So I was like, all right, it is what it was. So people are like, okay, well, why are you reading her chart? Because this is also a part of the process, right? Of her getting put in her place. But also another thing too is, you know, it's funny because I put out a channeling, I think it was like a month ago, and it was about calling the police on Karmics. Wait. Okay, there we are. Hold on, where the hell is that? How do I bring that window to the front? All right, y'all. So basically you're like, okay, well, Daisy, you know, your gifts, your talents, those of you who've gotten birth chart readings from me knows how deep we can go with this shit. But I'm doing it. They're like, why are you doing this for free? Because it don't do me no never mind. The ancestors are already about to pay me back. Like, it's already coming. That's why I don't really mind giving this Karmic what she deserves. Exposure, right? That's what she wanted. That's what you want, right? You want attention. You want to be in the limelight, the spotlight. You want to play games, bitch. Here you go. How about them apples? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And you're going to keep on winning stupid prizes throughout your life because you don't listen. I've never met someone as demented as you, bro. I've met a lot of crazy ass people. I've dealt with a lot of crazy ass people. I've been crazy myself, but I met my match with this bitch and she was still defeated. In terms of like, I never thought that someone could be this sick. That's why, like, I can't even be mad at her. Like, because it's like, I know that it's partially not even her. She's not fully, and her mind is incapacitated, and she's dealing with generational illness. And remember, she's filled with entities because she's community pussy, right? She spreads herself all over the place. She's now pregnant with the fucking entity child. So of course she doesn't have any sense, because she doesn't have any control. The entities have taken over. And it doesn't matter how many times you try to clear, because you guys know how you can get HIV AIDS physically, you can get HIV AIDS spiritually. That's why I put that channeling out about sex. Watch who you guys have sex with, because you guys can catch entities, spiritually transmitted demons, okay? And then another thing that I was saying about calling the police on Karmic, because this Karmic is about to go to jail. And I'm going to talk about how that is going to happen. So let's start off this. She's a Libra moon. A Libra sun. And when you have your sun conjunct Pluto, which she does definitely have, meaning that her Pluto's in Libra and her sun is also in Libra, meaning those two planets are working together, that's like the ultimate control freak. Like, she has a lot of obsession on controlling. And then she has that moon in Aries. And you know, Aries is the sign of power, electricity, thunder, lightning, domination. So that combo right there, not only is she bipolar, because Aries and Libra are sister signs, but they're polar opposites, right? Not only is she like textbook bipolar, like diagnosable bipolar, she also has severe control issues. Hence why she tapped into magic. Yep, this Karmic was for sure using fucking spell work. That's why she tapped into spell work, to try to control the DM and try to harm me, because that's the only way that she felt like she can get her goals met, because she's mentally ill. Like, people who have to go that far into magic, obviously, bitch, it's not worth it. So then her Mercury, wow, and her Venus are both in Virgo. Okay, so you guys know, like, you can identify a succubus from their chart. Usually the way that I see a succubus in someone's chart, it's a Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius mix. Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius mix. When they have those three heavy placements in critical places, I know I'm dealing with the succubus off top. And this Karmic has Virgo right here in her Mercury and Venus, her rising sign being in Sagittarius, hell yeah. And then that Lilith in Gemini, which I'm going to get into, which is her primary driving force. So with the Mercury being in Virgo and the Venus in Virgo, she literally has no heart. She just thinks in like money matters, earth matters, material realm matters, okay? But you guys know the lower vibrational aspect of Virgo is guilt tripping people, acting like they're some frail, pale creature, that they can't take care of themselves, that they can't do for themselves. And I'm going to tell you what this Karmic did. She goes around playing like she's some damsel in distress with that Jupiter in Cancer. You know, Cancer can play the ultimate victim, right? She goes around playing that she's the victim, even though she's a fucking sociopath and she's very violent, right? Manipulating people, acting like she's some damsel in distress. And I showed you guys her picture, right? And because she's white passing, people just believe her. And she's small and petite. Oh, Juliana, oh my God. We have to help her. We have to save her. Don't you know? She guilt trip people into doing that stuff for her. And then she's a leech too, hella codependent. And that's that Virgo low vibrational energy. You guys know how low vibrational, when a Virgo is very low vibrational, good God. Good fucking God. When a Virgo's high vibrational, it's like you can't stop them from trying to take care of you, be your mom, because Virgo's the nurse, right? But when they're lower vibrational aspect, they want to be taken care of. They want people to be frail. They want people to rely on them hand and foot. That's what this Karmic is about. Then she has her Mars and Jupiter in Cancer, and the DM that she's dealing with has his 12th house in Cancer. So you guys know 12th house is secret enemies. And I try to tell him that you're dealing with your mortal enemy here with that Mars in Cancer, Jupiter in Cancer. And you guys want to know something that's really crazy? I was looking at Astro Codex, right? Because I study this stuff. And I was like, wait, her Mars, which is a planet of war, right? Her Mars, which is a planet of war, is in the DM's 12th house. And I said, wait, Mars in the 12th house is a really bad placement. Bless me. Bless me. Okay. And it says here, wow, Mars in the 12th house can give a lot of power connected to the occult field, spell work, dark magic, black magic. The individual can channel his energy into studying and understanding the spiritual realms and dedicate quite a lot of effort. Usually as Mars energy brings actions, the individual will not only theoretically study the occult, but also get involved. In this case, that Mars is adversely aspected. Mars in the 12th house is not a good placement to have. The person is advised to stay away from magical practice, because he can both create a lot of hidden enemies, but also hurt people and himself. A badly aspected Mars shows that he has no firm control of his energy and violent emotions. And thus he can even cause conscious malice to others when his wrath or hatred go beyond control. You see, having Mars, the planet of war, in the 12th house of secret enemies, darkness, and karma, of course she went to spell work on the DM. Of course she went to spell work on me. She can't control herself at this point in time. And I told the DM that what's going to happen next is she's going to try to make him sick as she loses her grip and her control, because she's a fucking handler. She is a handler. That's why what I be trying to tell y'all, any real man or woman that's dealing with the karmic, that's not someone that's of divinity, because they would automatically know, okay, maybe this is not something I should be a part of, because all these karmic lessons in this fucking Wheel of Fortune reverse, bad karma, failed cycles keeps on happening. Maybe I should not get myself involved in that, because someone of divinity would ask those questions. But you know, people who are not in their divinity, who are in a low vibrational state, they're just going to go and do with anything. That's why they get karmics, right? That's why you got karma in your 12th house, dealing with this bitch doing witchcraft on you. And you don't think that she's not been doing this throughout lifetimes, that her family hasn't done this? The women in her line, of course they've been putting spells on people. Of course, they've been using spell work, root work, Jezebel oil to attract men, to bind men. I'm sure she has some melanated blood, either black or indigenous blood in her, because someone was a leech in the line and had to tie into a black or brown bloodline. That's what they do. I told y'all that. It's not about the masculine. It's not about the feminine. Absolutely not. It's about tying into their bloodline, because remember, I told you these karmics, their bloodline is cursed. Think about the Israelites, the Hebrews that never made it to the promised land. They're cursed, right? So they're cursed to wander, to be in poverty, and all those different things. That's this karmic. So she thought, well, you know, I already know what my lot is. So let me get attached to this DM and try to trap a pregnancy and do all these weird things. And let me put hella spells on him so he can sign hella paperwork and get binded to me, and I can move in with him while he's under in the sunken place. So even if he does wake up, you know, I'll be too attached and he'll be in too deep. That's how these karmics think, yo. Sick, bruh. Sick. And you see that Jupiter? She has that Jupiter planet of expansion, victimhood, in that 7th house of relationships. Oh, yes. She knows how to play men. She knows how to play the victim. She also has, because I did this on a different generator, part of fortune. Part of fortune tells us where you're going to get lucky in your life. I have part of fortune in the 12th house. So my fortune comes from like past lives, like meaning I get a lot of luck from all the good deeds that I did in my past life. And I get a lot of good luck from the underworld, meaning dead people like me, ancestors like me, etc. Which is why it was easy for me to tap in with those spirit guides, right? She has fortune in the 7th house, meaning she looks for luck through her relationships. She looks for financial stability and luck and comfortability in relationships. That I told you, she's a succubus. A lot of the women who I've done charts with who are known succubuses, they have fortune in the 7th house or the 5th house of relationships, meaning that they get lucky by they attract men who have money, etc., to take care of them, all that type of stuff. Unfortunately for the masculine in this case, she trapped him with spells, that type of shit while at the time he was trying to get out. That's why she did that. That's why she fed you blood. That's how crazy these karmics are. So let's keep going. And then her Jupiter's also in the masculine's 12th house, because his 12th house is in Cancer. I looked up his chart. His 12th house being in Cancer and Jupiter's there, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, being in the 12th house of secrets. Of course, she was going to go around and expose you and spread lies and gossip and da-da-da-da-da, because that's who she is. And look at here. Wow. She has Leo in the 8th house. The 8th house. Wow. Okay. The 8th house is the house of death, sex, rebirth, and regeneration. I'm a Leo. My masculine's a Leo rising. My ex, because masculine, because I'm about to cut those cords permanently if this shit is not resolved. And all my spirit guards are Leos too, in the house of death and regeneration that's ruled by Scorpio. That's so crazy. So of course you'd be so attached to the masculine, trying to kill him. Look at where that Leo is sitting. And then she also has Saturn in the 8th house, Saturn, the planet of karma. And that's why I was saying, like, it was perfect that this karmic tried me. It was perfect that she tested me, because all that Leo, my Jupiter's in Leo too, expanding in that house. My sun is in Leo too. You know, sun is the enlightenment card. My Chiron is in Leo as well, all touching on that Saturn. Yeah, not a good look. That's why I say you guys have to be very careful who you play with and who you test. I don't recommend playing or testing anybody, but you have to be careful who you play with because you don't know what the fuck type of energy they have that will be the perfect match to bring you down to your demise. And that's why this karmic has continuously, if it's one thing after another. She couldn't try to like separate and make me look bad. So she tried to do death spells. She couldn't fucking do that. So she went and got pregnant. Now that's about to fail. So now she's going to try to kill the DM because she's like, well, if I can't have him, no one can, because that's how she thinks. That's how sick she is. And the Leo, that Leo energy being the house of death, sex, and regeneration, of course, she was driven to those ends. Mars in the 12th house, of course. She even has Uranus, the planet of quick moving changes and eccentricity, in the 12th house. Oh my God, yo. Gross. Let me get into this Pluto, because this is something interesting about this karmic, because I'm not going to spend too much time giving this bitch insight. Her, you know, guys, you guys know Pluto is the planet of chaos and destruction. You can't escape Pluto at all. Pluto gets activated in your chart when you start to act out of the Lilith or imbalances or Saturn. Let's see, what house? Ooh, her Pluto's in the 10th house of career and recognition. Her sun is there, her North Node is there, and her Pluto is there. Damn. So this karmic, I'm gonna tell you something funny. This karmic used to be like a probation officer. And we're talking top ranking. That's why I was like, okay, there's something going on here, because how do you go from level 3 to being a fucking freelancer photographer with no money to putting spells on men, to get trapped them in marriages, to being a sex worker, to having an account on Seeking Arrangement, to marrying a foreigner for money? How did you do that? How does she fall from grace like that? And I was like, and she probably told my masculine some lie to be like, oh, well, that's why I can't work. That's why I don't have any money. Because, you know, like I said, damsel in distress, Cancer energy, Virgo energy, right? Pluto in the 10th house. This karmic went and fucked on one of her clients, fucked on one of her coworkers, caused hella drama in the workplace. So she had to leave and she can't get a job in the field, yo. Pluto in the 10th house, the planet of destruction, the sun, the planet of exposure and enlightenment, shining light, right? In your 10th house of career. Come on now. Try to warn you. Don't play with me, because you will get exposed. And my moon sign is hitting her Pluto, meaning my moon, you guys know that the moon is all about the subconscious, right? My moon, meaning the planet of the subconscious, hidden realms, things like that. Dream state is hitting her Pluto, meaning that's why I keep on exposing this karmic. Because she keeps on stepping into my energy field with fuckery and dark magic and spell work. And every time she does that, she keeps on activating Pluto, which keeps on pinging off of me, and it keeps on exposing all of her secrets. And then on top of that, my sun being in Leo, it keeps on activating her Saturn, her karma. That's why she keeps on losing. And like I said, this karmic even went as far as going to get pregnant by who knows, right? So that she can keep the masculine wrapped up in this fuckery, knowing good and well that the longer he stays with her, the more that he's going to lose finances, money, resources, everything. But that karmic she doesn't care about that. As long as she wins what she wins and she gets what she wants it, how she wants it. And she really, really, really honestly thinks that, like, that, because this is what I'm saying, guys, with these karmics, they don't think straight. They don't live in the type of reality that we live in. They don't think properly because they have mental illness. So she really thinks like, well, I'll just try to do something and do this and do that. And I'll try to do this and do that. And everything will be okay. And no, it's not. Because you're not God. And that's why you keep on stepping into fucking chaos with Pluto. And you keep on stepping into fucking hellfire with Saturn here. Child. I want to get into that Lilith and Gemini because that's some real, that's where it really gets fucking smirkish. Okay? And she has a Sagittarius rising. Any of you guys who know Sagittarians, anybody who knows Sagittarians, they are so low vibrational when they are low vibrational. When they're high vibrational, they're the truth seeker. They love philosophy and knowledge and wisdom and travel and all that stuff. When they are low vibrational, all they give a fuck about is brands, running with the Joneses. They want to be with the top nigga in the job, in the community, in the hood, whatever. Very low vibrational. They wander. They don't know how to control their sexual energy. And then that Aries moon, which, you know, Aries is the sign of impulse. On top of that, Sagittarius rising, that double fire. She can't control herself. And then all that air she has in her chart, she has no stability. That's why she's doing cartwheels around the community with her pussy. How many abortions have you had? Don't have any children because they're going to be cursed. That's your karma in this lifetime. You're not supposed to have children. I'm seeing it in your chart. That's probably why you have horrible relationships with the females in your life. You're not supposed to have children, but you keep on trying to play and play and play. That's why that child is going to come out with the abnormality. If it comes full term, because the ancestors are not going to ordain, they're not going to let that shit happen the way that you want it to happen. Trust me. I'm going to pull it through the cards too. So you guys get to see this karmic in all their glory. But look at their solar return chart. Oh, shit. I didn't even see that. You guys see what I'm talking about? Look what I said. Pluto this year, because you guys know that you have your natal chart is for the rest of your life, right? This karmic is mentally unstable, and she's so powerful with gaslighting because she has Neptune in the first house. So it's easy for her to like go into people's like subconscious and manipulate them and tamper with them. That's why I was like, how are these spells working so powerfully on the DM? It's because she has Neptune in the first house, and he has a whole bunch of Neptune in his chart. So you guys know that Neptune is a planet of dreams and illusions and confusion, though. So she's a master illusionist. She's a master at creating illusions and doing works on people with illusions. But those illusions never last long. That's why she has to always find a new fucking game. As we speak, the masculine's already like not even fucking with it, I guess. That's what he said. That's what I heard. She's already looking for her next victim. Oh, let me see if I can find maybe someone at the gym, maybe a nice older man on seeking arrangement, maybe the guy that I got pregnant by, because she don't know who she got pregnant by. That's how much of a cum bucket she is. So she has Pluto. This year she has Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter in the second house. You guys know what the second house is? Second house is the house of career, finances, and money. So this year she's going to be taking major losses. Major losses. And when this gets out into the community, for those of you who know her and associate with her and deal with her, just know that when you step into her energy field to try to help her or play games with her and gaslight and try to manipulate and blackmail people and all that other bullshit, just know you're going to be picking that up too. You mean to tell me Pluto, the planet of destruction, Saturn, the planet of karma, they're going to be in that same house with Jupiter, expand the gas giant, expanding all of that? Damn. That's why I say be careful, because the choices you make may not be worth the losses you take. And I feel like everything that happened, how this all came out, because remember, this karmic has been doing spells for a year, right? I feel like this was the perfect timing for it to come out, because the ancestors were like, no. We want this to come out when the stars will be configured so that when this shit comes out, it will be her ultimate demise. Because the karmic is going to jail. Why? Because she decided that she wants to do love spells on me, blood spells on me, confusion spells on me, death spells on me, and the masculine, thinking that she's going to keep up with this fucking pregnancy, keep up with that fucking illusion when there's work to be done. Hell motherfucking no. You're going to fucking jail. You need to be put away. And they're like, well, how are you going to put her in jail? Because y'all know that this karmic, she had a sham marriage. She went and got married for papers, right? And Sagittarius in the Lilith, it says that all their problems come from foreigners. Who did she marry? She married a foreigner. Who am I? I'm a foreigner. I'm from Nigeria, right? Keep on playing with karma. So she went and got married for money, for papers, made that man's life a living hell, confused him, made him keep on paying her more for the papers and to get out of the marriage and all that other shit, right? And the ancestors were like, don't worry about him. He's going to be okay. Don't worry about him. You need to put that call in because you have to activate her karma. And I was like, that's why it happened like this. It wasn't about me. It wasn't about the masculine. No, it wasn't, because obviously they deserve each other with the way that he behaves. Because birds of a feather flock together, right? Because you obviously something had to be wrong with you to even entertain a bitch of this fucking low vibrational standard, right? They were like, no. It wasn't even about him. We needed her to do all those works against you so that when the time came and you activated her karma, no, it needed to happen just like this, because she won't learn her lesson, because the spirit, from what I've been understanding and from what I've been hearing, they've been giving her ample opportunity to change her ways, because for some reason the ancestors are benevolent. Maybe she, a long time ago, maybe she did something nice for one person and they were like, okay, this is your chance to like not come back here 20 more times, because for this bullshit that she caused, especially in my life, she's already at least 6 lifetimes in, at least. Let alone from having that child that she's going to bring into this reality. That's shit that you can't even count, right? And you guys see where the planet is going with climate change, etc. Do you want to reincarnate to this planet when that shit is like that? No. That's why I said I'm so happy I'm on my last lifetime. And the masculines picked up a couple lifetimes too from just dealing with her and being a part of working against her with that fucked up Bonnie and Clyde dysfunctional ass dynamic that y'all had going on. So people are like, well, how do you know that he's not going to get in trouble and he'll be okay? The ancestors already ordained it. That's why they led me to that information about her. And I was like, oh, that's why. And then I got a channeling from Lorena OG, if you guys follow her, and she was like, there's some information about the karmic that needs to be released because she's plotting and planning some very nefarious things. She has to be in jail. That's the only way. She's going to pay the ultimate price with her freedom. Ooh, and you want to know the craziest thing is? She will, because this year, her moon is in the 3rd house. Wow. That's crazy. Oh my God, there's a whole fucking level to this that I didn't even see. Okay, y'all. So your moon is in the 3rd house in your solar return. Yes, she has an Aries moon, but that's gonna be in the 3rd house, and her 3rd house is in Aquarius, yo. Saturn is moving into Aquarius this year. So not only is she getting karma from me and the masculine, because both of us are Leos, and it's gonna activate that Saturn. She's also gonna be getting a heavy fucking dose from Saturn going into Aquarius itself, and it's gonna be hitting that moon in the 3rd house, meaning she's gonna be getting karma for the misuse and abuse of the communication, the imagination, the intellect, those faculties. And you know, Gemini rules the 3rd house. Remember, I told you she has that Chiron in Gemini. I told you that this is not a coincidence. The ancestors just wanted it to wait to get to a certain point so that they can really bring the hammer down, because they were like, we're tired of dealing with this bitch. We're tired of watching this bitch. We're tired of breaking these spells. We're tired of it. On both sides, both the masculines, unbeknownst to you, your spirit guides and your ancestors, because they absolutely do not fucking want her in your bloodline. Her own ancestors and my own ancestors, they're like, you know what? If what needs to happen is her going to jail for her to learn her lesson, then so be it. She has to learn the ultimate price, which is the loss of her freedom for trying to take someone else's life, for trying to take someone else's freedom. That's why I say be careful with the games you play. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. It ain't no fun when the shoe's on the foot. It's not fun when that wheel of fortune goes turning and now you're on the bottom of that wheel. Let me see whatever the other fucked up shit that this bitch got on her chart. Oh my God. And she has that hella Jupiter, that Jupiter in Cancer hitting her Mercury, her Mars, her North Node, her South Node. So just forever manipulating, just a master fucking manipulator. And she's not smart. She's just emotional. She just knows how to manipulate people with emotions. And that, so you people are like, well, why doesn't the masculine leave? Because she's putting hella spells on him. Duh. She put 2 blood spells on him. Y'all know how powerful those are? On top of all the many spells that she's been doing with confusion oils, domination spells, etc. Do you know how many spells that she has buried all across where she lives, aka Indian country, with all those indigenous people in that land, in that dirt? Of course the masculine is going to be going back and forth. Unbeknownst to him, that back and forth is going to stop eventually, and he's going to be permanent psychosis, permanent confusion, permanently in the sunken place. Because he has hella Neptune in his chart. When you have hella Neptune in your chart, you don't play with that shit at all. You're not even supposed to be drinking or smoking when you got hella Neptune in your chart. And this karmic has hella Neptune in her chart too, with it being in the 1st house in Sagittarius. That's why she's a drug addict, alcoholic. She be doing powder, and she's doing all that shit while pregnant, yo. Yes. They're like, how do you know? 9 of Cups reversed. Come on now. Y'all know what that's about. It's all about overindulgence, about drinking, alcoholism. Hangman reverse. It's about drinking, being hung out to dry. And then on top of that, she has Scorpio in the 12th house. And that's another thing that I said, I was the perfect person to bring her karma. My Pluto is in the 12th. My Pluto is in Scorpio. So my Pluto, which is a planet of chaos and destruction, is working in her 12th house of secrets and chaos. That's why people are like, well, how do you know all these things about the karmic? Because she stepped into my energy field of fuckery trying to do spell work on me. But because I'm a high priestess, and because of the synastry, it gave me a backdoor access to all her secrets. So I know everything about this bitch, even though I don't want to. I don't want to know. That's why I was like, get out of my energy field, because I'm tired of seeing you in it. I'm tired of seeing your memories. I'm tired of seeing your trauma. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing the shit that you got planned. I'm done. Get out my fucking energy field or go to jail. And that's why I be telling y'all, stop playing with spell work. Look at her charts, hella disorganized. She's been here hella lifetimes doing the same shit, being hella confused, being hella dysfunctional, having no stability of her own 2nd house, having no identity, 1st house, lying and misusing the communication, 3rd house. That's her job in this lifetime, learning how to do those things. But she's a 9 of Pentacles reverse. Oh, right? So some of you guys are like, well, you guys know that the karmic never lasts, and the angels always step in, and the ancestors always step in because twins are supposed to be together, and things. At this point, the masculine is gonna stay there. That's his lot. Like I said, you make up your bed, you lay in it. Now lay in it. You guys know I always tell you. That's why I say for this journey, like a lot of y'all, let go. Because the longer they stay in that vibration, the longer they stay with that frequency, they turn into a karmic. That's why I say that fucked up Bonnie and Clyde, because when you deal with the succubus, eventually they turn you into an incubus. When you deal with the incubus, eventually they turn you into a succubus. They need someone to help them do their dirty work. Because remember, they're handlers. They're sent here. They're hijacked by other entities in other dimensions to cause chaos, havoc, and harm for people who can uplift the vibration of the planet. Come on now. Y'all know what this is? Y'all know what this is? So let's see. Okay. So I'm done dealing with this karmic in her chart because she's making me sick. I want to get into the opportunity to, let's read her cards. And some people are like, well, you know, Daisy, you know, the DM is going to miss you and he's going to regret it. I already know that. I know that. They always do. That's like Cardi B said, no nigga want to be my ex because he comes more when I see him less. Anyways, I love Cardi. She's also a Libra. She also has that Aries Libra moon thing. So she's bipolar. Oh shit. I didn't do the Lilith in Gemini. That's what I was missing. I was like, there's something missing here. Okay, let's get into this. And this is going to be hella interesting, right? So Lilith is the dark moon, right? Everyone has a Lilith. So let's see. She is a Lilith in Gemini. Let's read this here because this is hella interesting. Hey, real talk. If I see Lilith in Gemini, Lilith in Aquarius, or Lilith in Sagittarius, I stay away from those people completely because those are the placements for extreme narcissism and psychopathology. Because remember, I told you Lilith is the dark moon, right? So we have our dark moon, because remember, you can't see the dark side of the moon. That's the whole analogy. Lilith is the dark side of the moon that you can't see, things that are hidden from other people, but it drives a lot of your subconscious mind. So I also didn't even add to that the karmic, the masculine has a whole bunch of Aries energy in his chart, and the karmic has a Saturn in Aries and South Node, meaning she has a lot of past life energy that she has not cleared up, meaning her moon is in Aries. Sorry, I said Saturn. She has a lot of past life energy that she brought into this lifetime, and it's manifesting in real time, right? A lot having to do with violence, murder, death, all of that stuff in a past lifetime. And you see it now with the shit that she's doing, with these death spells, all of that. So I said, the masculine has a Saturn in Aries. So of course they're karmic to each other, but Saturn is very, very, very debilitated in Aries, okay? Some Saturn's placements are good. Like I have a Saturn Aquarius, so that's a good placement. Saturn and Capricorn, it's a good placement. Saturn and Leo, you don't want to deal with that. Saturn and Aries, you don't want to deal with any Saturn and fire. No. Because think of Saturn, that planet that's made out of lead, going toe-to-toe with fire. Ugh. That's like acid raindrops of like liquid lava, like melting on your skin. Imagine that. That's the alchemy that I have for that. So this karmic has a Lilith in Gemini. Let's read into this. The person has a voice of God complex where she considers that everything she says is of great value, that the information she provides is always accurate, even though she's a fucking liar. You guys know that Geminis are hella liars, and they're both bipolar too, with that because they're the twins. And that her advices are always needed and wanted. In her delusion, which she's very delusional, everybody is hanging to her lips and is just, oh, where'd I put that? Everyone is hanging. Everyone is hanging to her lips and is just waiting for her to give the opinion that will dot the I's and solve all the problems. She often demonstrates irresponsibility, dishonesty, talkativeness, superficiality, nervousness, and a tendency towards intrigue, lies, gossip, and denunciation. She is tempted by intellectual and material theft. Didn't I tell you this karmic tried to do energy? Did I even tell you that this karmic tried to do energy harvesting on me? Because the masculine was seeing that she's all about just dick and money and lies and not about shit, and she has no career and she has no future. So she tried to like do energy harvesting on me to like change his mind about her. Do you know how crazy that is? She was all up in my energy field trying to emulate me. It was so, oh my God. Just to see her doing that, that's why I say I can't even be mad at this karmic. I feel bad for her. I've prayed for her, like, God, just please help her. Like, you know, help her heal. Like, whoever hurt you, I'm sorry. But this shit is out of control and you need help. Remember I told you that this karmic likes to lie, talk, gossip? She spread hella shit all around the community. She's been lying and manipulating the masculine, just putting hella fuckery in his head on top of those spells. Of course, it would work. And it says the provocative roles are played by friends, acquaintances, brothers and sisters, students, or teachers. What did I say? She fucked up on one of her clients during probation. Her siblings probably don't fuck with her because she's hella selfish, self-centered, and inconsiderate, and intrusive, and fucking rude. Let's read. The person steals, slanders, deliberately distorts the truth, corrupts the spiritual teachings, seduces and corrupts others with her words. And you guys have to understand this because remember, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication. So any type of all of that energy, she's a master liar. That's why I said I can always tell an incubus by their Mercury placements, any type of Gemini or Virgo or Sagittarius, because those are the master manipulator with the mouth, master illusionist. This is the karma of a thief, a swindler, a gossiper, a plagiarist, a whistleblower, or a secret agent. Wow, in her previous life, the person could have been a fraudulent or a crook. Yes, maybe she disclosed the secrets of others, committed a crime against her own family, or was mired in intrigues and pettiness, which she is. She's excited by pettiness, conflict, drama, because she's a fucking warmonger. She thrives and lives off of conflict. Because you guys know when you have hella entity attachments and when you're just a low vibrational person, happiness, smiling, love, those type of things, they don't make you happy. Materials, getting fucked like a dog, right? And being petty and starting fights and arguments and gossip, that's what makes them alive because entities feed off of that. And it says such a person can easily spread curses or make verbal magic. Like I told you, word witches. For sure she's a magician. For sure. Hell yeah, not a very weak one, but for sure she's a magician with her mouth. However, the way that she uses it, whether it's sucking dick or telling lies. And y'all know succubuses, they secrete a certain type of there's a certain type of enzyme in their vaginal fluids and their saliva that makes them leeches. She's a leech. But remember, it's passed on from lifetimes. Because remember, the karmic, of course, they come from some type of indigenous bloodline. They have an ancient ancestor that was connected to, of course, witchery, all that type of stuff. So, of course, they put spells on their bloodline for them to be able to be leeches on men, attract men, all that other stuff. Of course. That's how deep this shit goes. The person herself is victim of accusations, gossip, slander, intrigues, and thefts. That's why you're getting exposed, because you play games. She is followed by bad luck in entrepreneurship, trade, travels, and business trips, and is betrayed by her friends, acquaintances, brothers, and sisters. Yeah. That's why she can't do shit. She's talking about, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a freelancer taking fucking pictures. How did you fall from making 80 to 100K a year, level 3 probation officer, to taking fucking pictures and living off of men and putting spells on men for money? That's why she can't build her fucking business, because her mind is so scattered all over the place. All that she's consistent with is selling her pussy. She makes money with that though. In past lives, the person was not quite sincere, authentic, and honest. She cheated and perhaps slandered and stole. That's what she's doing now. Therefore, her greatest temptation is now to obtain things belonging to others, to cheat and to invent stories. That's what she does. She could be attracted to people of her own sex. I'm sure this karmic likes me and is probably gay, or it has gone both ways. She faces a big danger of gas poisoning, suffocation, or being the victim of a plane crash. I hope that this happens. One has to endure the attacks received and avoid getting lost in vain talks. Wow. And the main commandment, do not lie, do not steal, and do not deceive others. But that's exactly what she's doing, and that's why she's going to be having severe karma. But remember, like I told you, she's been doing this for many lifetimes. Try to steal from me, try to take food and money out of my mouth, try to ruin my business, try to take my destiny, regardless of the masculine, because that I can recreate that even without him. But why the fuck would you do that? Knowing what you knew a whole year ago, knowing that you knew, you got the omen, you got the oracle, you knew what it was. You spent years putting spells, you spent a whole fucking year putting spells in my life, bitch. Are you crazy? And that's another thing why I was like, I was like distant from the DM and like I separated myself, throughout the time that this was happening, because I kept on having dreams of him putting his hands on me, being violent towards me, disrespecting me, being sexually violent with me. And I was like, why would he do that to me? Like, I thought it was my intuition telling me like, this is what this person was about, so don't go near him. But it was her doing spells. Why would you do that? Look how wicked your heart is. Look how heartless you are to put spells like that between two people. For me to just think the worst, for him to recreate the worst. Why would you do that? That's why I say I prayed for this karmic, y'all, because obviously it's something really, really seriously wrong with her. And she's going to be facing permanent depression with that 12th house in Scorpio. You guys know 12th house is ruled by things that are secret, right? And you have Scorpio, the planet of darkness, connected to the occult realms in your 12th house. That's why you keep on getting exposed like this. And my Pluto is there too, continuing to expose you because you play with the wrong people and you just think that you can just go around doing this sociopathic shit. Nah, hell nah. That's why that's why, you know what? That's why I couldn't really complain. That's why I really wasn't so mad, because I see why the ancestors made it the way that it was, just like this. They're like, no. She needs to deal with you. She has to meet her mate. She has to meet her match and then her maker. So for all my subscribers, let's get into the cards with these karmics. I know it's been so juicy, but now you get to see the makeup of a karmic, okay? So let's get into these cards. All right, so the first thing that I want to expose is like, what are the karmic's intentions for the masculine? Because, you know, a lot of y'all always are telling your masculine, like, the karmic is this, they're that, and they don't listen to you until it's hella too late, and by that time, you're long gone, right? But let's see what the karmic intentions are for the masculine. What are the, let me call her by her name. What is Juliana's intentions? What are Juliana's intentions? Wow. Uh-oh, let me see, what card is this? Yeah. What are the karmic's intentions? Yep. What are the karmic's intentions? Oh, shit. I didn't even see that. Huh. So I asked, what was the karmic's intentions, right? And you're like, okay, intentions for who? Just intentions for like this situation that's being discussed, the DM. Her intentions are to cause obstacles and delays, right? Financial insecurity and instability with the Knight of Pentacles here in the reverse. Her plan is to cause blockages and lack of movement forward with the Chariot here in reverse. And the funniest thing is the Chariot is a card of Cancer too. Remember I told you about that Jupiter in Cancer, that Mars in Cancer, 12th house with the masculine? With the Judgment card here, her intentions are to create bad karma, to create bad gossip as well, because the Judgment card is about bad karma and then vicious gossip too. And also court cases as well, settlements, etc. What's the Judgment card for the karmic for... Oh, Lord. Yeah. Judgment, because she wants the masculine to be facing rejection wherever he goes, with the King of Wands being here. That's him, because with all that Aries and Leo in his chart, he's the King of Wands. She wants him to be facing backlash from the community. She wants him to be facing judgment for being narcissistic, which is good. I mean, you need to go into judgment, but she wants people to be gossiping about these things for sure. With the Four of Cups, she wants him to be isolated and rejected from the community, friends, groups, etc. So of course that he would only have her to run to, because she knows that I'm not going to be dealing with this for too much longer. She knows that. I'm just waiting for I give the masculine 2 weeks to handle that bitch and come clear these spells, because I'm contacting the justice system about that marriage. What are her other intentions? To have the masculine exposed, with the King of Swords here being in reverse in the Sun card. What is the King of Swords? The King of Swords is a man who's a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. The masculine has an Aquarius moon, which is why he acts the way he acts. But Aquarius and Sagittarius, that's why they got along so well, because those are both sociopaths and narcissists. They love to manipulate, gaslight people. That's why they went perfect together, right? But then you see the Sun card, her plan is to expose him, because I don't know, he's probably telling her no. Because with the Five of Cups being here, she's not getting her way, right? She's disappointed. She's sad. There's probably like a divorce or ending of a relationship, because the Five of Cups means that too. And that's what the karmic is. That's her plan, to create obstacles, delays, gossip, trauma. And you guys heard that Lilith in Gemini. That's what she wants. That's all she cares about. Now, I want to talk about this pregnancy that this karmic is running around with, so you guys can see how crazy these women are. Dear bright and well-loving ancestors, what do we need to know about Juliana's pregnancy? What do we need to know about this karmic and her pregnancy? What do we need to know about Juliana's pregnancy? What do we need to know about Juliana's pregnancy? What do we need to know about Juliana's pregnancy? Ooh. Oh, what do we need to know about Juliana's pregnancy? Insights. The devil's here. Why would the devil be here when it has something to do with a pregnancy? That's so crazy, yo. Ugh. what do we need to know about the karmic and the pregnancy? Look at the top of the deck is the Nine of Swords, meaning that this is the karmic is actually right now in a state of like, look how crazy, look at all those knives. So this can also indicate an abortion with all those swords. But what this is also saying here with is that the karmic is feeling a lot of like anxiety, paranoia, guilt, sleepless nights because she doesn't know who the father is. What's the Nine of Swords for the karmic and the baby? Yep, she doesn't know who the child is. She doesn't know who the child is, one, and she got exposed because I told the masculine I put spells on the bitch's womb so she wouldn't get pregnant. So now she's scared, and because she's been exposed that the baby is not who she says it is. And then the Ace of Wands here. The Ace of Wands is all about like a new beginning. This is Inception as well in the reverse, meaning that the baby is not who they say it is. The Ace of Cups here in the reverse as well. The baby is not who they say it is. Seven of Cups, there's a lot of lies, illusion, and confusion around this child, right? You see the Seven of Cups is all about confusion, right? The Devil card, she's using spell work to try to get her way. That child is going to have demonic entities attached to it. It already does. The Devil card. And then the Justice, meaning that bad karma and something with the justice system court. Let's see here. What's the Justice? Clarify the Justice card for what we need to know about the karmic and the baby. What's the Justice card? Ooh. Okay. So what I got here is the Emperor reverse. So this will be the masculine. So the Emperor reverse is all about like a failed paternity test. So what we need to know about this karmic is they're probably going to go to jail. They're probably going to go to court. If she decides to have that child, because knowing how this karmic is now, she's probably going to do that. Try to take it to the last end and be like, I don't want to get a pregnancy test because it's going to hurt the baby. No, it's not, bitch. You just want somewhere to live for 4 to 5 months while you can plot on how you can kill the masculine's family member for insurance settlements. Oh, God. Yeah, so that's what you need to know about the karmic's pregnancy. So let's see here. I want to see, let's be nosy. I want to see what the karmic's, what do you call it, is going to be. I want to see what the karmic's karma is going to be. All right. Dear bright and well-loving ancestors, can you please show us the karma that Juliana Cottrell has created for herself? What is going to be her karma? I saw a vision of clumps of hair falling out. And you know, Libra rules Venus, things that are beautiful. She has hella placements in Libra. So her skin may go, her beauty may go. She's not even really beautiful like that to begin with, but whatever. The luster of her hair may go. Something's going to go, but I saw like a big ass chunk of hair coming out. So there's that. Dear bright and well-loving ancestors, what is going to be Juliana's karma for all this chaos she caused? What's going to be her karma? Oh, shit. What's going to be her karma? She's going to be getting ghosted, exiled from the community, exposed. Please show us what Juliana's karma is going to be. Damn. Yeah, she's going to jail, yo. What's the Justice card? What's the Justice card? Ooh. Housing instability as well. What's the Hermit? Hermit, please. Yeah, she's going to be exiled, excommunicated from the community with the Hermit here. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. This is both Virgo energy. Remember I told you her Mercury and her Venus were in Virgo? Damn. What's the Page of Wands? Yeah. What's the Four of Swords? Oof. Eesh. That's not a good look. So what this karmic is going to be dealing with, well, first we have the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And the Six of Swords in the reverse is all about guilt and lack of movement forward, stagnation, out of the frying pan and into the fire. So there's going to be some bullshit going on with her. I also got the Temperance card here in reverse. This is Sagittarius. Remember I told you that's her rising. This is the card of Sagittarius. So there's going to be a lot of imbalance, lack of stability, a lot of volatility in her life, a lot of chaos in her life. We have the Justice card. This is the court system is going to be involved in her life. That's her karma. Remember I told you that I'm going to be contacting immigration about this karmic. There's that. She's going to be getting exposed with the Sun card being here. Also, remember, this is also the card of Leo, so that's telling me about that Saturn energy. And then you see it right there on the, you see it even right there on the card, all the zodiac wheel. Look at Saturn right there. Oh, shit. There goes Saturn right there. Hell yeah, she's going to be getting karma, for sure. Oh, my God. So, what else is going to be happening with this karmic? Wow, lint on my shirt. She's going to be getting arguments with the Knight of Swords here. Why? Because of the Page of Wands. Because the pages are kids too. The paternity test is going to cause arguments, of course, or that the child not being his is going to cause some type of fight, friction. But also, the ex-husband when that news comes out that this bitch was doing all kinds of shit that put his papers in jeopardy, and they're Africans, you think they're not going to use spell work on you? You must not know us. You really don't know us. Even the most benevolent of us will take your ass out playing with us. Four of Swords, she's going to be having constant anxiety, lack of rest, lack of sleepless nights, etc., which she tried to cause for other people. And she's going to be having a lot of issues with people from her past. Or a lot of stuff from the past is going to be coming up for her to address and look at right now. But she made up her bed, now lay in it. She caused hella problems, hella drama. A lot of people are going to be asking for like money back that she owes them. A lot of people are going to be like, remember when you did this to me? A lot of people are going to be coming like and just causing hella like just getting at her. But then look at the top of the deck. We have the Five of Wands here, which is all about fighting and conflict. This is Aries energy. Yeah, she's going to be in some battles. Seven of Wands, she's going to be getting blocked by people because no one wants to fucking deal with you. Six of Swords, you're going to be dealing with a lot of guilt, a lot of lack of movement forward, a lot of turbulence in your life, right? Hermit, people are going to be ghosting her because the Hermit is also a ghost. People are going to be ghosting her, not wanting to fucking deal with her, not wanting to be around her, excommunicated. That's what the Hermit is. And then the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse is a hoe. So not only is she going to be single, of course, but she's also going to be lacking finances and she's going to be selling her pussy for money. That's what, get that abortion now so that you can take the time to heal. Because in like 4 weeks, you got to heal your pussy before you can go out and you can start working again. So right now you're on leave, okay? And you're going to be needing that money because the masculine already should know by now. If they don't, that you guys all know this though. Even in the readings that I've done for you, you guys all know this. The masculine staying attached to the karmic is going to be his ultimate downfall. It's their ultimate downfall financially. The masculine in this case has Pluto in the second house. Pluto, the planet of destruction and chaos, in the house of home, career, and finances. That's why he lost his job dealing with her. I'd even tell you the karmic put blood spells on the masculine so that he can funnel money out of his job. And you know the craziest thing is, I saw that 4 months ago, and he works with one person who was like, I was friends with her, and I asked her, I was like, did he get fired? Because I kept on seeing it in the dream. She was like, nah. And then when this shit happened, I was like, that's why I kept on seeing that. So let's see, what other messages? Dear bright and well-living ancestors, what other messages do you have for the karmic? What messages do you have for Juliana, the karmic? The Nine of Pentacles came out again. They're trying to tell you something. Like, you just got a free reading. Like, you're about to be like the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Your poor health, bad finances, lack of stability, hoeing, codependent. How does what messages do you have for the karmic, please? Yeah, you're gonna be having problems. Justice system again at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you're gonna be having problems with jail. You're gonna be getting exposed. You're gonna be having fights and conflict. You guys saw how I shuffled the deck too. The devil energy. You're gonna be all that spell work too that you put out. That's coming back onto you too. So not only are you gonna be at the time, not only are you gonna be dealing with like just the impact of being homeless, not having money, losing your financial source, having a fucking pregnancy that you don't even know who it belongs to and how to even deal with that, dealing with the backlash of the shit that you caused in the community, because I'm for sure knowing that his friends, his family are not fucking with you like that. Dealing with the justice system on my end, then you're going to be dealing with the reversal of that spell work. It's not a good look. And then the Hierophant and the justice card here, this is a court case. This is jail. Of course, this is an investigation, etc. What's the Hierophant, please? Hierophant? Oof. Jesus. You got the Hierophant with the Tower and with the World. So you're going to be having problems with institutions, because the Hierophant is all about, like, the Hierophant could be a marriage, it can be court, it can be police, but it's an institution, okay? There's going to be the breakdown or the end of a situation here, but also she's going to, whatever situation she's going through right now or going to be going through with the court and these institutions, it's not going to go in her favor with the World's card here being in reverse. So that's your karma, karmic. Karmic chameleon. Because she is a fucking chameleon. She sure is. Shape-shifting ass. All you know how to do is create illusions you can't manifest. All right, so let's see. What astrology messages do you have for the karmic? What other messages do you have for the karmic? I can't make this stuff up. That's why I really love using these astrology cards too, because they give a, yeah. So the two messages that we have here, we got Scorpio. Remember I told you about that 12th house in Scorpio? You misused spell work and black magic with your 12th house being a Scorpio and my Pluto's in Scorpio. Do you know how fucking horrific that spell work is about to backfire? And you're sitting right now, because she told me she has a niece or something like that. She's sitting around people with death spells backfiring onto her. Oh. And then you got Mercury here, which is that Gemini energy that I told you about, that Lilith. Yeah, you're going to be going down because of your own hand. Because of your own hand. Let's see. Can you give me a message for the Karmic, please? Crystal message for the Karmic. A crystal message for Juliana, the Karmic. Wow. First, we have Priestess phase. New beginnings at the bottom of the deck, but it's reversed, so you're not going to be having a new beginning, okay? Pyrite, you're going to be losing money and wealth. Fluorite, you're going to be losing focus on your mental health. Like I said, something permanent is going to go. Permanent. But that, like I said, you had to realize that. You couldn't do all this tampering and all these games that you've been doing with all the warnings that you've been getting and still like feel like it was going to, no. You had to know that something was going to happen to you. Then you have petrified wood, divine timing. And it says here, I am patient, like the tree that needs to take root before I can grow. I know inner work is needed. I trust in divine timing. What did I tell you guys? I said it's divine timing that all this happened the way it did because her karma had to end up in jail. She had to. That's her karma in this lifetime for playing. And for many lifetimes over of doing the same to other people, trying to steal other people's freedom, stealing other people's lives, stealing other people's livelihoods. This is her karma. Her ultimate karma is having her freedom stolen with that third house Aquarius. And you guys know Aquarius is a sign of freedom. Y'all know that. Aquarius is the water bearer. They're the rebel. You mean to tell me that her moon is going to be in the third house of Aquarius? Saturn is going to be there too. Karma? Yes, it needed to happen just like this. And there's no spell. There's no potion. There's no lotion that's going to stop this. You're not God. No. That's why I say you got to be careful with what you do because Pluto and Saturn don't play. Anyways, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed this channeling this case study about karmics. If you want me to do a personal case study for you and your people, that's not going to get posted publicly on my page, but it's going to be for you and your situation, and you can send it to your folks. I'm more than happy to do that. It'll just be like the regular 1 hour session and the same cost and payment. Anyways, y'all, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Once again, my name is Daisy, aka the Professional High Priestess. If you need a reading, go ahead and check the description box below. Everything is there. Thank you. Bye.